Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has been so long since I've done a live stream. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna pop over here to the chat. So if you see me looking over, I'm just checking out the chat. But first and foremost, as always, let me know if you can see and hear, and that will help me out. That way I know we are good to go. But everything on my end says very healthy. So we got a healthy stream. We should be good to go for today. I see everybody starting to chat. I've missed doing lives. I think it's been about a year since I did my last one because this season of motherhood is just so busy and I feel like we're just always doing stuff right now. So it's easier for me to pop down after everybody's gone to bed, put my pajamas on, and just do all of my normal videos. But if I'm being honest, I actually have my pajamas on tonight too because, well, it's just been a long day. But a good day. Let me know what you guys have all done today. I had a good day. I actually started my day doing a little mom retreat at church. It was so nice. I feel like I was really spoiled today because I got to eat breakfast with two hands with other mamas. That was so fun. And then I got to go out to lunch with some friends, so that was fun too. So I just feel very spoiled. Okay, everybody can see and hear. Good. Put a heart in the chat if you can see and hear. That makes it so much easier for me to see icons real quick. But then we finished our day with a nice bike ride, so I had to freshen up for you all because, well, you know, bike rides, it's just a fun time, but yeah, you don't need to say more. Okay, so I think we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the top-down camera. Everybody's having a good day. Let me switch on over here. Okay, so this week, if you follow me over on Instagram, okay, lots of hearts, thank you. Over on Instagram, I was doing a little guest designer for Concord and 9th this week, and it was so fun. I had such a great time. But over on my Instagram, I posted all of the cards I did. I think I did about 10, and then also go over to Concord and 9th's Instagram because you'll be able to see all of the cards that I did. We were so fun. But I thought it would be fun to recreate one of those cards for you tonight because there was one that I absolutely just loved. So we're gonna use this really fun Bravo stamp set. So this is so fun. And on the back side, well, maybe it's on the back side of the other one, and these are open, so they're kind of going everywhere, but look how neat this is. So this is called the Bravo Stamps and Dies. Isn't this fun? We have little rosettes. I love the thumbs up. Oh, speaking of thumbs up, if you want to give this a thumbs up, wow, that was a shameless plug, right? If you want to give this a thumbs up, that's going to help this live stream so that more people can come and join us. Okay, so there's a little thumbs up and we have a crown. Congrats. I just love all these. These are so cute. So then these are the coordinating stamps that go with them. We have a hooray, you are the best. We have way to go. I love these circular ones. Those are really neat because they kind of nestle within this circle here, which we're going to do just in a different way today. Okay, let's see what else we have. Bravo, you did it. I just love all of it, and I love all the fonts. So what I thought we would do is we are going to have some fun ink blending. So first and foremost, what I'm going to do is make my own stencil. So I need to grab some paper. I'm going to put this to the side for just a second. And I'm going to grab, I think I'm going to grab 2 little sheets of cardstock. And what I'm going to do here also is I'm going to grab this circle because I thought it would be fun just to create our own stencil. Now, if you have a circle stencil in your stash, you're a step ahead of me. I need a circle stencil. I love them. So I'm going to make my own since I don't have one. So what I'll do is I'm going to grab a little bit of mint tape here. Oh, the chat's going by so fast. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch and read some of the fun things you guys are saying. Okay, now I just replaced my plates today. My other ones were ready to be retired. So I have brand new plates. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out these little circles, and I'm going to make 3 stencils, just 3 circle stencils, and you'll see why in a little bit, just so that I don't kind of mix my inks, but you'll see why as I go through. So I'm going to send this through my Gemini real quick. You'll hear it zooming along. Okay. And there is one. And these are, the plates are so fresh that sometimes you need just a little help getting those popped off. Okay, so we have our first one. I probably didn't even really need that tape. Probably try to send it through without. Okay, we'll do one more on this, and then we'll do one over here. Okay, here we go. Let me see what y'all are talking about. Okay, Beth says she loves the Concord and Ninth products. Me too. They are just up my alley, and I'm having so much fun learning the new colors. Yes, Cindy, new plates. I think it's one of those, oh my goodness, I don't know. One of those things that just makes me so happy. Okay, let's not ruin our stencil here. Let's see if I can pop this up. Come on, come on. Oh, it's really stuck on there. Goodness gracious. Come on. There we go. Okay, let's make sure that that stencil is good though. Okay, we want to make sure the stencil is not you know, marked up or anything. We want it to be nice and clean. And then I'll just do one more right here. Okay. There we go. Okay, last time of this little hum, and we will be ready to create. Okay. So what did everybody do today? I shared my fun Saturday. I want to hear what you all did today. And I know it's not everybody's weekend, but it's the weekend for us. Oh goodness, that one, I might have to redo that one. They are really stuck on there. I don't think that that one, see how that kind of got a little gunky there? I'm going to redo that because I don't want anything to get ruined. So it's easier to redo it now than have something ruined later and wish you would have. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Simon. How are you? Happy to have you. Let's see. Who else do I see? I see Jennifer and Bridget and Sophie. So many familiar names. It's so nice to go live every once in a while. And like I said, I haven't in forever because it's so nice to see all the familiar names. Oh my goodness, these are on there. There we go. Okay, much more graceful job that time. Thank you, Samin. Thank you so much for the super chat. I recognize you here. Okay, that is so sweet. Thank you so, so much. Okay, let's see here. We have all of this. I think I can put my plates away now. Okay, got distracted by the chat. So now what I'm going to do is I have my little stencils here. Now I'm going to pull in the inks that I want to use. And this is kind of, well, I mean, I'm still learning all of my favorites, but right now I will say I am loving, let's see, we have grapefruit nectar, sunflower, sea glass, and midnight. This color combo, I think I stuck to at least this color combo. I added midnight for a couple of my cards, but I based most of my cards for Concord and Ninth last week on this color combo because it just was so fun together. I really liked it. So this is what we're going to use. So now I'm going to bring in an A2 size panel. And if you're just beginning, like I was just beginning, it seems like yesterday, but now I feel like I'm getting my feet wet with this card making thing. So if you're just beginning, the A2 size is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And that's an A2 size card that's pretty much my go-to for card making. I really like that size. It's just big enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my panel. I could probably grab my stencil mat, but I'm just gonna tape it down to my glass mat here. Okay, let's see here. Just like so. Okay, now I'm going to take one of my stencils, and what I think I'll do, okay, Daphne made it to the live. Welcome, Daphne. And if I don't call your name out, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go back through and rewatch this. I always love rewatching the chat because it's so hard to multitask sometimes. Okay, I think that stencil's okay. Okay, so again, I have my other stencils off to the side here, and I am going to start by ink blending 5 really pretty circles on my panel. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my stencil here. Now it's white on white, but I think you can see that pretty well there. I'm going to start right here. I also have some Heffy Doodle tape, which is really, really nice because it just kind of helps to not only secure things, but mask off areas so that I don't, you know, get anything. any ink on any place that I don't want it. Let's just say that. So I'm going to keep that close and handy because I don't, so I can just put it here. That way, if I get a little, you know, too outside of my area here, then that I don't gunk up the rest of my pretty little panel. Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, now I'm also giving you all homework because if you know me, you know I struggle with remembering my anti-static powder, and later we are going to do some heat embossing. So I need you all to very kindly and sweetly yell at me before I start heat embossing, and it'll be pretty obvious when it's time. So that is your homework today. Okay, remind me to do that. So I'm going to pull some little blender brushes, and these are all cleaned off. And the last time I used these were when I was using these exact colors. So I should be good to go. And I'm also going to grab a little tap off paper. And that way you'll see some of these inks, they come in pretty hot really quickly. Okay, so now let's see what I want to do. I'm going to start with the grapefruit, and this is one of the colors. Beautiful, beautiful, but it comes in really bold right away. So I like to tap that off and then start not on my actual panel, but start on the stencil. That way, if you do kind of get blotchy, you get blotchy on your stencil, not your actual project. Okay, this is such a pretty color combo. I can't wait for you to see it. Well, you probably saw this when watching my cards this week, but it's just a winner of a color combo. It's too fun. Okay, there we go. And as you can see, I started off of my panel. So I'm running off of my panel just a little bit. We will also come back and trim this down a little bit. Okay, there we go. And up here a little bit. And you just kind of keep layering until you get the color that you want. Now, the best thing about ink blending that I have found, and like I said, I think I just reached my first year anniversary, if you will, with card making. So I still call myself a beginner with this. Although I'm starting to, you know, get my sea legs a little bit. I'm starting to kind of know my preferences and my own techniques now, but you will find that with ink blending, it's a little bit more forgiving than you think. So, you know, right now I'm kind of thinking, ooh, am I getting this even enough? But when I take the stencil off and then when you give the ink a little bit of time to dry and smooth out, then it just looks really nice. It's more forgiving than you think. Okay, I think this is about the color that I would like. So there we go. I try to go one direction and then another direction. Okay, now let's see. Amy, oh my goodness, hun. You are in my prayers. Praying for you. Oh, I hope you feel my prayers. You will be prayed for and loved through this. Okay, let's see. Where did I put that cap? Now, another thing I need to be careful of is you see this little ink that kind of, I mean, it happens when you don't put this on quite perfectly. I want to make sure that I'm always checking my hands. That way I don't get ink everywhere. Okay, so we're done with grapefruit. Now, what I'm going to do, double check my hands. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to next use this same stencil, and I'll tell you why. The next color I'm going to use is Nectar, and it is within the same color family and kind of tone. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reuse that stencil because I feel like it's not going to mix too much with, if in case this is too wet, if you will, it's not going to mix too much to where it will ruin it. So I'm just going to position this stencil. Let's see, I'm thinking about here. That's looking really nice. And then reuse my tape. And let's see, sometimes when you ink blend and then try to put the tape over it, sometimes it kind of has a hard time sticking. So if it does, you might have to just put it in a different spot. But again, I want to focus on covering up these areas because although it may seem that you're really good at staying within this area, it's amazing, at least for me, how much I can kind of venture to the side. So I want to make sure that I'm just careful of that. So I'm just going to cover this up as well, just in case I get too close. Okay, Amy, you have so many prayers. Oh my goodness, these prayers are going to be felt. I love the chat right now. Okay, let's see. Nectar, here you go. This is one of my favorites. I love this color. This was a color I didn't even realize I needed until I started playing around with it. And then I thought, where have you been my entire crafty life? This is such a fun color. And it's very, very Bethany. Okay, so now remember with the grapefruit, I was telling you that this kind of comes in really hot, and a couple of these do, the sunflower and the midnight, they just come in really bold really quickly. The opposite is true for nectar. I find that this is just a very soft and gentle color, and one that you're going to find you need to kind of continue to build upon and layer to see the actual desired color. And as you begin working with whichever inks you're using, whatever ink collection that you have, you start to realize which colors, you know, how they perform, if you will, right? Which colors come in a little bold right away, and which colors take a little bit of grace and blending to get there. To be honest, I prefer the ones that come in really soft, and not just because I kind of have a little bit more of a softer palette most of the time, but because I feel like it's more forgiving. I would like the opportunity to keep adding and adding instead of, you know, coming in real, I don't know, real bold right away. Okay, there we go. Oh, this chat is making my heart happy. I love my community of crafters so much. Love it. Okay, let's see. I'm still thinking I want to build just a little bit more. And even though it does come in, you know, pretty soft, I still just out of habit kind of tap it off, but it's still kind of a nice habit to get into, just so that you can kind of just tap off any of that harsh texture. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you're an ink blender and you love ink blending, you kind of get it, right? Okay. Yeah. I think I am there. Okay, so let's put nectar away. I can actually leave these out so you can see this beautiful combo that we're aiming for. Okay. And the best part is the reveal. Look at that pretty color. Isn't that pretty? It's like a, I see it as a pink, but more of like a salmon pink. I don't know. What do you see this color as? It's kind of more on the orangey pink side. I really, really like it. And I think when they place it in color order, I feel like they have it more in the oranges. I think so, yes. Okay, let's move on. Now, what I want to do, and this may be Bethany just being nervous Nelly here, but I'm gonna grab a new stencil here. Now, this is not wasted. I can keep this. I can keep it, in fact, I can tuck it right into the back of here to use on other projects. But for this project, I'm going to go ahead and just retire it and then use it again when I want to use it on another card. And I'll tell you why. I just sometimes worry when you start kind of going with different color families. I don't want to just, you know, smudge or blend in the wrong way. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Shrimp pink. You know, it really is Belinda. I think so. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes, Beth, I agree. When you don't tap your brush and then you get a brush spot, I should have actually kept some of my panels. Sometimes it would have been a good example of some of the panels that just didn't quite make it, right? Okay. I'm going to place this next one here. I think that's super, super fun. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm thinking, let me overthink for a second. It's just my superpower. Okay, let's do that. I like where that's going. And I like, if you notice, I'm overlapping. Now here, after I overthought that, you can't really tell. Those colors are, you know, really close. So you don't really see that overlap too much, but with the rest of our little circles, you will. Okay, here, and let's do here. Okay, Angela asks, what do you do with all of these cards? I would never have enough people to give them to. I think I showed in my organization video, was it part 1? I did a couple organization videos this past week, and I have a little bin where I keep them, and they're kind of like, it's kind of like the holding bin, if you will, right? And I just keep them there until I either have a birthday or maybe a sympathy or even just a, hey friend, I've missed you. I love those. And I'm trying to actually make cards that are a little bit more universal, if you will, because I feel like that's what I need more often than not. And sometimes, you know, do we really need an occasion to tell someone we're thinking about them? That's kind of what I'm trying. Now, I'm not good at it. In fact, I will tell you, I was telling one of my friends earlier this month that even though I love making cards, I am really bad about sending them out or sending them out on time. So don't think that I'm perfect at it. I'm definitely not. But one of the things I'm trying to be more intentional about is, you know, just not having a reason, right? And just being a little bit more thoughtful in that manner. Okay, so this sunflower, gorgeous, comes in really bold right away. So I'm going to go really light with it, and I'm going to do several light layers. I'm also going to absolutely start on the stencil because this color for me, this isn't for everybody because I'm sure there are some amazing ink blenders out there. But for me, this color is the color that I kind of start getting splotchy on if I'm not careful. So I have to really slow down with this color and be careful. So if I go a little radio silent, it's because I am in my mode for a second. I don't want to mess this up in front of my friends. Okay. There we go. Oh yes, there is the Cards for Kindness thing that you can donate to. That's a great idea too. And sometimes churches also kind of have like I feel like I've heard that too, where you can donate it to churches or something. But I really, again, I want to be more intentional about just like thinking of you cards, you know, like that whole non-occasion card. Just pop one in the mail every once in a while. Okay, so I need to focus on the perimeter a little bit more. They're just a tad lighter, and it's fine if you want that look. I am kind of going for a more solid circle here. Ooh, darn, I got that just a little bit. Do you see how I got that a little heavy there? Ooh, this color for me. It will all work out. It will all work out, but I got it a little heavy there. Okay, let's start way off. Just even it out. We'll be good. There we go. Okay, Cindy's asking if you wash your ink blender brushes. I will say I just wipe them on a paper towel. I've never actually washed mine. I just kind of scrub over a paper towel until the color runs clean. And that's so far been really good for me. Okay, hopefully that looks good enough, but I think that's the color I want. Oh, that looks good. That's not too bad. You see how when you take the stencil off, it just gets forgiving. And plus, once you let your ink sit, the color will dry, and it dries back really nice and really smooth. So, okay, let's not get ink everywhere. I think I'm doing good so far. Okay, now I'm going to reuse this stencil. I think it'll be just fine for the sea glass. And I am going to do, let's see, here. Bring that down. Randomness is hard for me, but if I slow down enough, I can make it just how I want it. All right, we'll do there. And then on this one, we'll go over here and mask that off and here. Okay, sea glass. This is a pretty color. I'll turn my top paper over and just give us a little fresh start there. And here we go. This goes on really smooth. And really light. This is a pretty one. Okay, what's everybody talking about? Let's see. Ooh, Meals on Wheels. That's a great idea. Oh, that's so sweet. That's a great idea to have your cards go to Meals on Wheels. I love that, actually. This is so inspiring because it allows you to really slow down and have fun creating, but then it really makes such a beautiful difference for others. I call that a major win-win. You know, it just fills everybody's cup because there are crafty cups that need to be filled, right? This is definitely, so I started my channel intentionally just to make time for myself, right? To build in a little me time. And then it kind of just turned into something a little bit more, but you know, crafting is just a way to slow down. Days can get really fast and busy, and I'm really not one to wear busyness as a badge of honor. I really like to protect my time, you know, and be really protective of our schedule. That way we're just not running all the time. But no matter how the day goes, I love ending it in a creative way, because no matter what you're making, it really makes you slow down. And I really like that. Okay, let's see. Let's pull that one off. Really liking, ooh, that's pretty. Okay, what do we think? How's it looking? I am loving this. Okay, now we are going to, I'm gonna grab this last one for the midnight. Oh, I got a little ink on there. I'm just gonna cut that off. That way I don't put that or transfer it on anything. You gotta be careful. In fact, I'll probably do a little matte wipe down before we continue after this. Okay, let's see. Let's do here. Just about there. Okay, I like that. Let's tape here. And I think I have enough room here. Well, you know, it would be famous last words. Famous last words. I don't think I would get that far, but you know, it would be on the last circle that I would. Leanne says, thank you so much for your me time that turned into fun and inspiring us time. Oh, that's sweet. Yes, it kind of turned into something way more. You know, I began just kind of wanting some time to slow down, and I thought, naturally the teacher in me just thought, well, why not help someone else in the process? And it also just kind of gave me a little project. And, but yeah, then it just, it never, I always say it too, and I don't mean to be repetitive, but it really is humbling that there are people out there that just are really interested in what I'm crafting or find inspiration with what's on my craft table. It's super humbling. Okay, so there we go. Now this midnight, I am going to really bump it up to its full potential. It's going to be that nice kind of, well, it's like a navy, right? I kind of think that this is the most navy of their colors. It's really pretty. I'm sorry, I'm constantly checking my fingers because I just don't want to transfer ink. Okay. So I would like to know, how do you stay on top of, because again, this is something that I really, really struggle with. How do you stay on top of being on time for cards? Do you have a system other than, and you know, I'm a planner girl, so this is, you know, this is why I'm so confused. I'm a planner girl and I have all these things written down, but for some reason, I don't know. It's always the day before that I'm rushing to the mailbox. I really should have a lot of belated cards. Maybe I'll focus on that. That way I'm intentionally making them belated. Okay, I think I'm just about there. I'm gonna add one more layer. And, oh, Shelly says, those circles are reminding me of the Hungry Caterpillar. That's so funny. That is so funny. Now I'm probably not gonna be able to unsee it. I love that book. My little one, she's actually really taken off with reading, and that was one of the first ones that she just read really, really well. So that one is just nostalgic for so many reasons. Okay, I'm gonna remedy that as well up there. Okay, I'm gonna toss this little paper. I'm going to grab, before I forget, a little wet wipe here. Just make sure we're all nice and clean. And let's reveal. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm not alone. So many of you kind of struggle with the sending of cards. I do it, but it's just sometimes just a tad tardy. Look, there's the final look. Isn't that pretty? I think this is super fun. Okay, I'm going to remove my panel. Okay, actually I'm going to keep this little guy. And I can probably keep some of this tape for a bit too. Let's remove all of this. There we go. And there's our final little look there. Isn't that pretty? I think that's really fun. Now, I'm going to clean this off. And the next thing we're going to do is we are going to do some heat embossing. And actually, you know what I might do next? I might trim this down before I do that, because you'll see why. I think it's going to be a little bit more helpful for me to get my sentiments just so if I am working with a panel that's already trimmed down. Okay, so now with the magic of YouTube television, if you will, I am going to use this panel that I pre-created, and I'll tell you why. Because I did a lot of layering, this is going to take just a bit to dry. Now, yes, I could absolutely use a heat tool and heat set this so that it's nice and dry, but I just wanted to skip all of that if I could, and I will just set this aside and make this card tomorrow or in a few hours. It doesn't take long. It probably just takes, you know, it takes a little bit longer than what I want to spend today. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Now you can also see, in fact, those are pretty similar, but it dries back really, really nice and smooth. Aren't those nice and smooth? I think they're really pretty. Okay, now let's do, I'm going to grab my A2 layer die set here. And I think what I'm going to do, okay, oh yep, don't forget the powder. Okay, thank you. You know what, let's do this. If I forget the powder now, then, oh goodness, just yell at me, right? Yell at me nicely. I think I'm going to go there. Okay, let's clean all these little guys up, get them out of the way. Okay, and let's see what we want to do. I might actually build this on my plates. That way I don't move it once I know exactly where I want it to go. So let's do, I don't want to lose much of that blue. I think right there looks really good to my eye. I think I like that. So I'm going to tape this down. Powder, powder, powder. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Okay, that looks good. All right, let me go ahead and send this through. Let me remember which way I need to go. Okay, there we go. Oh, fresh plates. So, so nice. Let's cut that out. Okay, Leanne says there's power in powder. I love that. All right, going to gently bring this up. Okay, and tuck these to the side. Be gentle with my tape here. All right. And here's our final trimmed down panel. Oh, I like how that looks. That's super fun. Okay, now let me put this little guy away, and it's powder time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to focus on a couple of my little circles, and I want to create or use some of those stamps to, let's see, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna use some of those stamps to bring in some fun little greetings. So I'm gonna bring in my panel right there. Okay, I have my mini Misty out. I really like the mini. If you were to get one though, go for the bigger one, just because then you would be able to do more of like the background cling stamps. Those are fun, but those end up being pretty big, so you would need the bigger one. But I like the mini too. Okay, let's grab the stamp set. Let's see here. Now I'm going to keep that inside for just a second. Okay, if you were following me on Instagram, the card that I posted yesterday had the girl, oh, I should have set it to the side, the girl with the flowers. It was the Mother's Day card, and she had a striped shirt on. This is the little stamp that I used to make that striped shirt. So many people really like that striped shirt. So there is the little stamp that inspired that. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to use the Way to Go and You Are the Best. I'll focus on those two. So let's do, I'm gonna do Way to Go first. Bring that out. Okay, yeah, Cindy said she got the mini but wish she had gotten the larger one. I know, the larger one is just a little bit more universal. I'll say it like that, right? You can just do a little bit more. Okay. So now this is why I wanted to trim that down before, because then I know, you know, my lines, my true lines. That way I can kind of line this up. How do we think that looks? Does that look good? And honestly, it's kind of, the letters are kind of going every which way. So I don't know that we can really go wrong with placement. Let's see here. I think that looks pretty good though. Sorry, overthinking for a second. Okay, let's just do that. Okay, now I'm gonna shut the door real quick. I'm gonna realign. And you can actually see a little bit of that curve, even though that color, you know, those colors are really similar. I like that you can actually see a little bit of that curve. Okay, I'm gonna focus on putting my powder right on that circle. Okay, that's plenty. And now I'm going to use my Versamark. Let's also make sure I have my powder. Okay, grab some Versamark. Here we go. Hi, Janet. You can always catch the replay. Okay, there we go. And let's see what we think of that. I think that looks good. I might double and add one more little layer. Okay. There we go. Okay, yep. That looks good. Let me grab my little catch paper. My craft room feels so nice and refreshing right now because of all of the organizing that I did. If you missed those videos, just scroll back a couple days because I did some organization videos that just, you know, it was nice because I could inspire you, but at the same time, it was stuff that I really needed to get done. Really did. So I thought, why not? I felt really productive because I felt like I was still able to keep up with you all, but also get those nagging tasks done. Okay, I'm going to use a fine detail white embossing powder. Also, I did go ahead before the video and I went down into the description box and I did list all of the items that I'm using today. So be sure to go check those out if you want a closer look at anything, just like I do in my regular videos. I went ahead and did that, so we should be all good to go. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for just a second and then tap that off. Now, if you use your panel, like say you wanted to use that panel that I just did, go ahead and heat set it before you do any of this, because what would happen is if your ink was still wet, your embossing powder is just going to stick to that ink. But as you can see there, because we used our anti-static powder and our ink was really dry, I don't have any ink, or I'm sorry, any powder, there you go, on any of the areas except for the Versamark. So that was a really successful little powder there. Okay, let me save the rest of that. And I think what I'll do, just so I can just take my time, and I don't want to do too much at once and smudge anything, but what I think I'm going to do is I will heat this up and then we can do our next sentiment next. Okay, so when doing your embossing powder, you want to make sure that this is really hot, your heat tool. So I'm gonna let this run for just a little bit and then I'll go ahead and heat this up. Okay, there it is. Isn't that cute? I love how that looks. I think it's so, so fun. Okay, now I'm going to do all of the same steps, but this time I'm going to do our little, let's see, what color was that? Sea glass. We're going to do the sea glass circle, just like this. Put that in there just so. Anti-static powder, and the process is the same. Okay. All right, proud of myself there. I still need to, you guys have told me, just put a little nice reminder on my Versamark. I really need to do that. But I feel like I have been getting so much better. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Bethany Rose. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Who was yelling at me? Well, let's take this off and let's get the other one in. I think the next one is You Are the Best. Okay. So, almost redid that one. Okay, let's see. You Are the Best. I love these circle ones. So fun. Okay, now I'm gonna redo my powder in just a second because I feel like when I place this down, I don't know, I just don't want to fuss with it too much and ruin that little anti-static powder. I mean, it would probably be fine, but okay, I think that looks good. But why not? Okay, let's make sure we didn't get too much powder over here too. Oh, Vicky was. She was wondering what in the world I was doing. I almost it was a good save at the end, right? Okay. Okay, and I think we're still snug in the corner, and now we can do this part. Okay. Alrighty. Cindy, her husband said, "Why is she doing that stamp again?" See? You're on top of it. I'm sleeping. I had a good day. It was a busy day though. It really was. It was a busy one, so I think tonight will be a really good sleep night. Okay. And stamp. Hi, Mindy. How are you, friend? So good to see your name pop up. So fun to see you. Okay, I think we are good. So let's put this little cutie on and grab the catch paper. See if we can do it just so the next time too. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Jennifer. I think this is a pretty cute one too. Let's see. I think I need a little bit more right here. Didn't seem like I had enough. For some reason, you know, should I restamp? I kind of think I should restamp that. Let's see here. Do you see the R? Do you guys think that that's good enough, or do you think I should redo it? I'm just not quite sure. Seems like it's a little shallow, right? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. We can always restamp it. You see there the A and the R? Just doesn't seem as bold. Should we restamp that? Cindy, thank you. Thank you that I make everything look easy, but here we are. We have a little snafu. Maybe we should, I might redo it. Yeah, Angie says restamp. Let's redo it. Let me get my little brush. and we can restamp that. Why not, right? Okay, let's get, hold on, let me get a little brush here. And this is why you also, I'm just gonna brush that off. This is why you also just keep your stamp in your MISTI, because then when you have to make decisions like this, it's an easy decision. It doesn't take any more time really. Well, it does technically, right? But the stamp is there, we can do it real quick. Okay, maybe I'll focus my little pressure right in that spot. Okay, let's do some more anti-static though. Okay. Here we go. And let's see, Versamark. Okay. Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you, thank you. I try to be as patient as I can. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna kind of focus on that AR section. Oh, Angie, she's on it. She's on the powder. Thanks, girl. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna just double because I did that the last time, and you know, I just want to be equal. I want everything to be consistent. Yeah, Cindy, you can. I have done it before, and it's a breath of fresh air, right? Because I feel like sometimes heat embossing, it's a little intimidating, but you know, you just take your time with this part because nothing is over until you heat it, right? Nothing's over till you heat it. Okay, I feel like we should be good. Let's see. Time will tell. Let's grab our catch paper. Let's see. I know, Mindy, I do. I stamped that Versamark twice out of habit. I don't know why. I just do. I always say it's because I'm a nervous Nelly. Like I just double stamp everything. I don't know. I'm that girl. Okay. And yes, Beth, I do find myself saying that. Oh, I think that looks really good. Ooh, smart choice. Look how much that, I mean, that looks so much better, right? So much better. Okay, let's do it. Let's zoom. This is a pretty, and if we weren't chatting, right? This is a pretty quick one. And so easy to do in, you know, in bulk. If you wanted to do a ton of these cards, you could just have them all out. You could do all of your grapefruit circles and then move on to all of your nectar circles. I mean, you could make a ton of these panels in no time. It'd be super, super fun. Okay, I'm gonna let this run for just a second, although it's pretty heated up at this point. So glad we took the time to do that. Okay. Okay, Martha says she didn't realize that you could redo the stamping after you applied the powder. Yay! A few of you have mentioned that you didn't know that, so I'm glad we had a little takeaway. I'm glad that that was something that you can now kind of have as peace of mind, right? Okay, there is our final little panel. So let's go ahead and let's build the card base. So I have... This was an 80-pound cardstock, but now I'm going to bring in 110-pound. Let me also grab my scoring tool, and we're going to score this. I'm going to do a top folding card. So my 110-pound cardstock is 11 by, let's see, 11 by 4 1/4, right? Half of 11 gives us 5 1/2, so that's where we're going to do our little center fold. There we go. And then it will be a top folding A2 size card, which is so pretty. Okay, now let's see. No, don't waste it. What did I waste? Did I waste something? Tell me, Kelly, did I waste something? I can't remember. Okay. Oh, yeah, you could. Oh, you could double emboss. Thank you, Ashley. I've been having fun with this. This is so much fun. All right, there we go. So now what I like to do is I'm going to open up my card here. I'm going to just use my magnet to kind of steady that. And it's better if you can use two, because if you just use one, it's just gonna, you know, kind of steering wheel there. But two, and it kind of locks it in. Okay, let's use some foam tape. And there we go. I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of this. I'm going to grab my non-stick scissors. So many people are inspired by the restamp. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It just, again, it makes it a much more freeing process when you know that you have a little bit more grace than you think, right? Then, let's see, I'm going to add about 4 here. It'll look really nice. This would also look really nice if you just wanted to do all of this on your card panel. That would be so pretty as well. Just do a single layer. Andrea is gaining some inspiration for a party. I think so too. You know, it kind of does remind me a little bit of a party balloon type thing. I think that would be super, super cute and pretty. And then you could always just do fun, you know, vary up your colors, do some fun colors and meet any kind of theme or color combination that you have going for your party. I love that. Okay. Oh, I got it that a little bit close, but we're good to go. Okay. There we go. Too Much loves those magnets. Yes, I like them too. I feel like I've been using them throughout all types of crafting. They're really handy. I do like that a lot. Okay. All right, let's place this on, and I think there looks good. Here we go. Okay, there's our pretty card. All right, let's go ahead and take it one step further, because I really like, I've been using these a lot lately, you know, but I really like these pretty little dewdrops because they're neutral enough to where they don't, you know, distract from all of the fun color, but they are subtle in there, right? They're just a fun little support. I like that additional little shine. So let me grab my little wand here and some glue. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Wrong one. Okay. Oh, Angie got the glass mat and magnets for Mother's Day. What did everybody get for Mother's Day if you did celebrate? I'd love to know. We were kind of talking about fun gifts that we did on one of the Mother's Day posts, but I want to end up knowing how everybody's Mother's Day ended out. Okay, I'm going to grab, let's see here. Let's do times. I'll go for the smaller ones. And I got a really big bag of these, but I have been going for the same size so often that now I kind of feel like I need to get a new bag just so I can get a little bit more variety again. All right, let's see here. I'm going to actually grab another tray. This tray got a little full for me. Okay, there we go. Now I can see a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna do this. Is this the size I want? Yeah, we'll do here. And okay, let's see. What did Janet got? A heat press and a milk frother. Aw, that's so fun. Bridget got a glass mat and magnets. Yay for crafty things. Angela got a pink lightweight drill. So fun. I love that. Oh, and Beth got a cooking pan. Gotta love a new cooking pan, right? Although I will say I'm not the cook in our house, so my husband would be way more excited about a new pan than I am. But, you know, new fresh things no matter where are just so nice. Okay, let's see. What else did everybody get? Oh, Nana Diane, I did put this in the description box below. The other end, it had a pokey tool in it, and it just kept falling out. So I don't have it in there right now, but it had like a, just like, I got a new one from Pink Fresh Studio. It's kind of just like this on the other end. Super, super, super nice, but it just kept falling out. So in fact, I should just use my new one. Okay, focusing on this real quick. Let's see. Oh, my Mother's Day was very nice. Thanks so much for asking. It was really nice. Let's see, what did we do? Gosh, it seems like so long ago. It's been a long week. We've had a week at our house, but it was a really fun Mother's Day. We had a good time. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what we did. We went to church, which was super, super fun. We had a really good church day. And what we always do on Mother's Day is we always go to our nursery and we get new begonias for our front and our little front porch, and then our back patio as well. That's kind of our thing that we do every year on Mother's Day. So we did a little bit of planting, and then my hubby made shrimp tacos for dinner. Oh, it was just a great way to just round out that day. Okay, I'm going to add these last few. And there we go. All right, trying to catch up. Oh, Rachel loves the bracelets. Thank you. Yeah, I linked them in one of the videos because so many people who are asking about them. And they come, you have to kind of watch the sizes. I think these, I can't remember, I don't want to misquote, but my girls have some, and I ordered a different size for them, and then I ordered a size for me too. But they're nice. I haven't even taken them off since I've gotten them. So, oh, Leanne, you have 9 kids. Oh my gosh, you're so blessed. Oh, let's see. Debbie got a Easy Press Cricut bundle. Yay, that is so fun. And Cindy got time with her daughter. Listen, that is so true. To pair on that, my husband, before church, he got a really great picture of me and the children. And I told him, I actually said, you could have stopped there and I didn't need anything else for Mother's Day, because honestly, just a picture with the kiddos, with me in it, it's the simple things, right? It's not about the stuff. It's about, the memories and just the fact that, all of the kiddos were snuggled in, and I got a cute picture. I loved it so, so much. Okay, so that is my final little card. How fun is that? I love this color combo. And again, if you check out Instagram, most of this color combo minus the midnight, I used this, group of 4. I used it quite a bit in my inspiration for those cards. That was so, so fun. So there it is. Final card. Again, those dewdrops, they're so fun because I feel like they don't distract, but they add something, right? They just are, I don't know, they're just the perfect embellishment. I feel like I have that whole bin, you guys have seen it, that whole bin of sequins and, final little embellishment pieces. But for some reason, I even keep these out on my desk. I just use this time and time again because they're just a perfect choice. All right, does anyone have any last minute questions? I'm about ready to sign off. Like I said, I already have my pajamas on, so it's going to be a nice, quiet Saturday night. I'm excited for it. All right, let me see if I can switch back to my interview camera. Let's see, there we go. Woo! Oh, now you can see the drawers and the mess that is card making. Okay, here is a front view because sometimes the different cameras pick up a different look on it. I think that's super fun. Super fun, super easy. And again, the colors that you pick could really, they could make it look so different from mine. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to try to do these a little bit more often. I think with the summer months coming up, now that we're going to have a little bit more of a quiet schedule with extracurricular activities, I'll probably be able to find a time that I can do this more consistently. So be sure just to check out my channel as you get little information about that. But I will say, I did schedule and plan my 100K live video. I have the thumbnail ready. I have the crafts ready. We're going to do a variety of crafts. I have a a really fun idea. So check that out soon. I have a couple things that I'm waiting on, but I'm hoping to do that within the next 2 to 3 weeks. But I will give plenty of notice so that you can be able to join all of us. So thank you for joining. I know it's been a long time, but I had so much fun catching up with you all and seeing all of your familiar names in the chat. And I can't wait to continue crafting with you all next time. All right, everyone, have a good Saturday.